We've already ranked our top 10 greatest players of all time, though that may need to be updated soon. But who would we take for our all-time starting 5? Now this doesn't necessarily mean the best player at each position, but which players fit together and create the best team, with a good mix of defense, rebounding, playmaking, and shooting. For this video, we're collaborating with the YouTube channel Dunkbuster. He's also going to share his all-time starting 5, so make sure you check out that channel to see how his lineup might be different from ours, and then let us know which one you think would win. For our lineup, we'll start with the point guard. At the point guard position, we're starting Jason Kidd. Now, before you freak out, we're not saying Jason Kidd is the greatest point guard of all time. We're starting him because he's the best point guard for the system and players we want to build around. Kidd realized that the best pass he could make was to give the ball to the best player and get out of the way. He could run an offense perfectly, even without the ball. He was also a great defender and eventually became a pretty good three-point shooter as well. His role will be to organize the offense, spread the floor, and defend. The team is really built around our shooting guard, where we're starting Michael Jordan. You have to have a player to build around, the focal point of the offense. This was an easy pick. Who better to build around than the greatest player of all time? Jordan was an intelligent and willing passer, but he was mostly a ball-dominant guard, so the rest of the lineup is built to give him space and secondary options when the defense collapses. Jordan's role will be to, well, be Jordan. Score, drive the lane, defend, basically just dominate the opponent. On the wing at small forward, we're starting Peja Stojakovic. Honestly, you could insert any terrific shooting small forward here. Larry Bird comes to mind, but we chose Peja because 1, he's a career 40% shooter from the three-point line, and 2, unlike Larry Bird, who was the star of his team, he'll be more inclined to take a supporting role. Peja was actually a pretty versatile scorer and could get his own shot, but his role in our offense will be to stand on the wing or run off screens and simply bury threes. This will open up the floor for Jordan and our power forward. Speaking of our power forward, at that position, we're starting Dirk Nowitzki. If you've been a long-time subscriber, then you already know how we feel about Dirk. We've talked about how underrated he is, we did an entire highlights video for him, and we ranked him pretty high in our greatest power forwards of all time video. We're Dirk fans, but that's not why we chose him for our starting 5. We chose Dirk because we needed a secondary option on offense, someone who could dominate in the post, but also spread the floor when Jordan is feeling it. Duncan was probably a better post player, but we needed Dirk's versatility. Garnett was a better defender, but not as dominant offensively, which was more important to us. Dirk won't play the MVP role he's been playing for so long in Dallas, but his skill in the post, his shooting, and his pick and pop abilities will fit right in with Jordan driving the lane, Peja spotting up on the wing, and Kidd running the point. Lastly, at center, we're starting Bill Russell. With Jordan and Dirk running things offensively, we really just need defense and rebounding from our center position, and Bill Russell fits that mold perfectly. He was also a good passer for his position, averaging around 5 assists per game for most of his career. We'd probably have Kareem or Hakeem as a backup in case injuries hit and we needed a scorer to fill in, but for our current lineup, Russell is exactly what we need. So what do you think of our all-time starting 5? Check out Dunkbuster's lineup and let us know which one you think is better. We've also started a conversation on Pundit about this, so make sure you download the app and share your voice on the topic. Make sure you follow us on social media to get updates as soon as we post a new video, and follow me on Twitter at @MTV_Sydney.